What is up, everyone? I'm Tommy, and this is one of my best friends, Jamie, and this is the Nerd Table, where
Yep.
there's room for everyone. So pull up a seat and get nerdy, because if my tired ass had to be here, so do you.
Damn, Steph.
Hey, man, it's true.
Yeah, that is true. You do look beat.
um, Before we get into stuff, I want to
hmm
say that this goes live on Friday, April 11th.
hmm
And that would be the fourth anniversary of my dad passing away. Um, I want to say that every day I still miss him. Um, and this June it's gonna be really hard playing Mario Kart without you, Dad. I miss my racing buddy. And didn't you have a shout out to give to Jamie?
I did. I
Go for
do.
it.
So
Gives me a minute to
to
kind of get
not
myself together.
to not continue to bring the mood down.
I just wanted to get that
So
out of the way.
yeah, we're getting all the sad stuff out of the way. There's a guy who I interacted with not a lot, but enough. But he was in the wrestling space.
Mm-hmm.
He's also the young older brother, younger brother of another guy that I listen to like every week and I interact with. It's Kevin Castle. He was really big in wrestling, even into music and everything, mostly New York. He was a part of the Don Tony and Kevin Castle show. And I just want to say rest in power to him. He passed away Tuesday?
Okay.
I can't remember. But yeah, it sucks,
Yeah.
you know. He was only 53, 54.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Yeah, it's rough, man. I know they're doing his John Draper is doing a cuz they have a show tonight and they're doing a recorded episode where they're doing anybody who he's reached out to and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean they've had like it's been this entire week of just remembrance, which
Just
it should be.
tributes. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Um. So with those out of the way, I want to say before we move on, um, take time to spend with your friends, with your family,
With your loved
and
ones,
yeah, and
reach out to a person that you haven't talked to in a while. It doesn't hurt. Sometimes you could be the one to
unless it's a
bring them
toxic
back.
thing, then
Yeah. Speaking of
uh,
toxic things,
oh god.
a
But
side note, somebody
um,
hit me up.
oh, who I think
We'll
it
talk.
is?
We'll talk about it off
Okay.
air.
Um, but reach out and just let people know how much they mean to you.
Yeah, exactly. Just like the song says, reach out and touch faith.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to say the misnomer because sometimes when I first heard that song, I thought it was reach out and touch face, and I'm like,
And
what? That doesn't even make any sense.
uh so what have you been up to lately, bro?
Playing video games, playing For the King still, catching up on One Piece. I'm at episode 311,
Mm-hmm.
so 700 plus episodes to go.
Jesus Christ. That's
Um,
so much.
Besides my impromptu trip down to the shore on Saturday,
You didn't even hit me up.
because I wasn't gonna be down here for long.
It don't take long to
Um,
be like, hey yo, you trying to get some lunch?
that is true.
You're a
I
bad
was
friend.
tired, man.
You
I
know
was
what?
tired.
I'll give you the pass on that one.
I was, bro. It took me. I think Wednesday is when I fully decided to wake up. My body, you know. Um. So it was a long like Sunday. All I did was I sat down, I played video games, and watched anime.
That sounds glorious.
Yeah, that's literally all I did.
Yeah.
Also, I know that you don't drink ginger ale like that often, but I got a ginger ale
I've got
for
to be
you.
sick to drink ginger ale.
I know. Oh yeah, nice. All right, cool. I'll call my friend after this. He hit me up as we were about to go live,
Oh, cool.
but he's driving to Canada today. So,
Nice.
um, not Seagram's, Sweps, one of the two ginger ales. They have a strawberry ginger ale that is phenomenal.
Is it
Uh,
Schwapeepees?
yes, I think so. I'll have to get back to you about it, but bro, hold on. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. I took a
That
picture
brand
of it yesterday.
that brand will never not be Schwapeepees to me anymore after seeing that video.
Yours for PPs. How about that?
I mean, fair.
Hold on. Here it is. It is. Nope. It's Canada Dry.
Hmm.
Here. I don't think it's gonna make. It's gonna be inverted.
No, it's
But
not.
Canada Dry.
So, would like a fruit punch?
Fruit Splash. Strawberry ginger ale.
Okay.
Damn, that would be good too. Fruit punch ginger ale. Holy shit, bro!
I
You
think
are
I
on
just
to something.
I think I just invented the blackest soda known to man.
No, the blackest soda known to man would be something with grape mixed with something else. Grape mixed with Hennessy or something like that.
That's not a soda
Wolf.
at that point. That's just Hennessy.
I know, but that's the most nigga thing that I could think of. So, bro, did you see that mango Hennessy though?
No,
Holy
you know I
shit!
wouldn't have seen that.
No, I know, but still, like in passing, you might have seen it. Like it's been all over like Twitter and shit,
No.
bro. Why are you taking shitty alcohol and adding flavoring to it? It doesn't make any sense. I'm not curious to try it at all. I think Hennessy is gross.
Well, you and Jordan just became enemies.
What happened?
I said you and Jordan just became enemies.
I mean, that's fine. Like he can drink Hennessy. There's other alcohols out there that will get you right, but won't make you feel like shit.
Marcus, because I know you're watching. In the comments, I need a third black man on this. Hennessy. Yes or no?
Yeah,
I need the Council of Blacks.
It's got to be a no for me, dog. That's what he's gonna say. Bro, I actually think there should be a Council of Blacks to decide on if we should keep supporting Hennessy. Now, unless there's a historical thing about Hennessy that we're supporting it, then I'd be like, all right, well, that's okay. I won't drink it because I think it's gross, but everybody else can drink it.
Yeah.
I'll just drink Shine because moonshine will get you right too. Damn, there's something else that I wanted to tell you.
But speaking of black people, you know how wild my polyamorous playlist of songs is, right?
Yeah. Oh, thank you for reminding me. It does involve black people. Keep going.
Black People in Paris started playing on my way home tonight.
Nice.
Clearly, it's not called Black People in Paris, everybody. I just can't say it.
For obvious reasons, you can't say
Jamie in Paris.
Yeah. The black people thing that I wanted to say is, are you gonna go see Sinners this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's getting phenomenal
I'm
reviews.
so hyped for that movie.
I don't know if I have the extra money to go see it.
Go on a Tuesday.
Fuck, you're right, bro. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
They really don't, and I wish they did.
Bro, I forgot all about that.
It comes out this coming Friday, so a week from when this is live.
Oh, never mind.
Just go that Tuesday.
Yeah, you're right. I'd have to. Okay, all right, yeah. I could do that.
I just won't spoil it for you. Speaking of
Um.
movies,
Mhm.
I spent my day today um,
Mhm.
watching The Amateur and Drop.
Okay. First of all, I'm pretty sure Drop was terrible. So how was the
No,
amateur?
Drop was
No.
really good.
Whoa, really? I thought they spoiled the entire thing in all the
No,
No?
the movie's a whodunit, Jamie.
It's a whodunit?
It's a whodunit.
So like what?
Like figuring out who
So
sent the
wait,
message,
wait,
who's
time out.
sending the messages to her.
Yeah, that. But
Yeah.
like okay, so they didn't give away the entire movie in the trailer.
No.
Okay. All right.
See, I was worried about the same thing.
Uh-huh.
No.
No, damn. Hmm.
No, they did not. But
Okay.
The Amateur was good.
All
Uh
right.
Rami Malek was very like intentionally awkward,
Uh-huh.
which is definitely like a typecast thing cuz that's what he do. He just plays
Yeah.
awkward characters.
Mhm.
But it was a 2-hour long movie that definitely could have been an hour and a half.
Ooh, I hate those.
See, I don't even
I,
mean it's necessarily a bad thing. It just drags
is it
on
pacing problems?
yeah, it just drags on a little bit in like some parts.
Oh, damn.
But not even like I would say not to a point where most people would care,
Mhm.
but I would consider myself like a pretty big movie buff to the point where I've kind of figured out like the pacing of things. I'm like, okay, maybe cut like this, cut a few minutes from here. Did this
Mhm.
really need to be there?
Right.
And like that being said, I have no problem with a 2 hour long movie.
Mhm.
None at all. Like I've sat through longer. I love Avengers Endgame. That's 3 hours. The
Yeah.
Batman. That's 3 hours.
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that
That's
one.
3 hours.
Yeah,
I
Wolf of
sat
Wall Street
through.
definitely
I
needed to be
sat
3 hours.
through in one sitting, Jamie. Not even a
Mhm.
piss break. In the middle of like COVID, like 2020 COVID,
Damn.
world shut down. I
Mhm.
sat through 4 hours of the Snyder Cut for Justice League. That movie is 4 hours long.
I did the same thing. I got off work and I just watched it on a Friday.
Yeah,
I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna watch this whole thing."
I did it when it dropped at 3 a.m.
Well, you don't sleep, so
At that time, I did.
not anymore.
I just regretted it.
Yeah,
Uh, and I do sleep. It's just not 8 hours at a
regular.
time.
Yeah.
It's like I'll sleep for 4 and then go about my day and take a nap.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Craziness.
but gaming wise, I've been playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth.
Nice. Again or?
No, first time.
Mm.
And that game is so good. Uh, like so, take kind of like a Persona-ish type of vibe
Mhm.
without the calendar. Take the calendar out of it,
Right.
and then add Digimon, and that's what you get.
Oh.
Um,
Okay.
I don't know how far in I am, but I think I'm on like chapter 11 or something like that. I don't know how many
Mhm.
chapters there are,
Right.
but the game you're playing the game and you're playing as a hacker.
Mhm.
Um, and you're playing as this hacker that actually caught what they call Eden syndrome by getting attacked by what's known in the game as an eater. So Eden
Oh.
and Eater.
Okay.
Um, as he was trying to leave Eden. But normally with that syndrome, they're just unconscious, like forever.
Right.
What happened with him is his like physical body was unconscious, yes,
Mm-hmm.
but somehow his mind like ended up with like a digital form, and they were able to make that into like a body in some way. So he
Mm-hmm.
has like a half cyber body, but can interact in like the normal world with everything normal. No one knows about it or stuff like that. Like you can't tell.
Oh, okay.
But
So
he
they
has
kind
like
of uploaded his
abilities to like jump
Mhm.
into networks and stuff like that.
Oh, so he's basically Mega Man NT Warrior without being the net
100%.
navi. He's a net navi that can just jump in any time.
100%.
Nice. I like it.
Then so you're playing the game and it's telling the story, and it's kind of like setting up for like almost like hacker versus hacker type of thing with the eater thing going on in the background.
Mm.
Then everything shifts
Oh shit.
and it becomes a dead ass Royal Knights story.
Oh, okay.
Like the Digimon Royal Knights, like Omnimon, Jesmon, Examon, all of that. Um, and anyone who doesn't know that lore of Digimon, honestly, it's so much to explain. But it's
Right,
like
yeah.
the Royal Knights. It's a group of I think 11, if I remember correctly. Let me see. Omnimon, Jesmon, Gankumon, Examon, Gallantmon,
Yeah, I was about to
Leopardmon,
say you're
Dynasmon, Lord Nightmon, um, I'm forget Alphamon.
I was about to say there's what, 12, correct?
I think it's 11. It's either 11 or 13,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm forgetting a few, which is frustrating me.
Right.
Because now I've got to look it up. Um,
Of course. Hey,
because
that's
I will not be able to continue this podcast without figuring this out. That's the problem.
right, yeah.
But they're all led by this thing named King Drazel,
Mm-hmm.
all based around the mythology of Yggdrasil, the life
Right,
tree.
right, of course.
Well, in Digimon, and this isn't just a Digimon Cyber Sleuth thing, so it's not like a spoiler for that, because I haven't got to
Mm.
this part yet to even know. I just
Right.
know Digimon lore and have seen the Royal Knight story enough that it's like
Mm.
King Drazel will do what he has to do to protect the digital world, whether that
Right.
means uh destroying humanity if he has to, while sending the
Mm-hmm.
Royal Knights to do it. It doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
So yeah, there's definitely 13 because I see the ones I forgot. So there's Alphamon, Craniumon,
Mm-hmm.
Lord Nightmon, Dynasmon,
Mm-hmm.
Examon, Gallantmon, Gankumon, Jesmon, Kentorismon, Leopardmon, Magnamon, which is the only non-mega in of the Royal Knights, by the way, because Magnamon is a
Right.
champion.
Mm-hmm.
Omnimon and All Force Vidramon.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
I definitely didn't know about all that. I
If you
knew
got,
about the Royal Knights. I just didn't
yeah,
know the amount of Royal Knights that were out there.
they battle. So most of the time, not all the time,
Mm-hmm.
they battle the seven great demon lords,
Right.
which represent the seven great. I mean, the seven deadly sins.
Yeah, of course.
Which I'm not going
Yeah.
through those Digimon. I could not tell you all seven. I could probably
Right.
tell you five.
I was about to say the. It seems like a lot of anime. It comes down to it's always either the is it the 12 virtues versus the 7 deadly sins? It's always something like that. Or oh, what is the
So
thing?
you want to know how I knew that was 13?
How?
The stupidest reason.
Mm-hmm.
13 light, because not all of the
Mm.
Royal Knights are good,
Right.
versus 7 dark. Kingdom Hearts is 13 light versus 7 dark. Wait, other way around. Other way around.
Right.
13 dark, 7 light.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the inverse of each other.
Oh, that's not actually a bad like thing. You just have to remember your lights and your darks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Always separate your lights and darks whenever you do laundry.
But back onto Cyber Sleuth.
Mm.
I'm 25 hours in.
That's not bad. It's like a
Um,
what 40-hour game.
it's going to be much longer than that for me, I can tell you that.
Uh,
I've
I was just
spent
saying 40 hours for the base game.
Well, no, I'm saying like even on like the base level,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be longer than that for me
Okay.
because I'm trying to like level my Digimon up, get them to Mega and all that.
Right.
Which in order to get to Mega, like if you get them to Ultimate, you might not have enough stat like of a specific stat, so you got to de-digivolve them into Champion, which allows them to grow their stats again. Which
Oh,
like they'll
nice.
de-digivolve and get weaker, but when they
Mm-hmm.
become an ultimate and get to that level that they were at, they will be
Mm.
stronger.
It's like in Warframe where you can level up your Warframe up to level 30, but then you can go through and I forgot the process, but you do the formas. That's the formas. It basically what you do is you return it back to you return your Warframe or your weapon back to level 1. That way it gets stronger as like when
Yes and no.
yeah,
Similar to like
you
a
know what I'm
prestige
talking
is what
about.
you're
It's
talking about.
similar. Yeah, it's very similar,
Um, I would say this is probably like the RPG equivalent that you could call it,
Mm. Yeah.
but the difference is really that it's like, for example, it's an abbreviation. It's called like ABI or something like that.
Mhm.
Could not tell you what that stands for because it's not ability.
I could say.
Um, but when you digivolve the Digimon, that number goes up. When you de-digivolve the Digimon, that number goes up. So that was the number I've had to manipulate to
Mm-hmm.
get to Mega. Um,
Right.
but what's really cool is that it uses kind of like the triangle weakness system. So like
Right.
vaccine is good against virus, which is good against data, which is good against vaccine.
Mm.
But then there's also the free type, so like essentially the season 2 protagonists other than Patamon and Gatomon,
Mm.
which aren't weak to or strong against anything,
Right.
but there's also elemental attacks. So each has a type and like their element.
Mm.
So if I'm hitting something that if I'm using Gaiomon,
Mm.
the level 6, well the Mega, I call it level 6 because I'm used to the card game.
Mm.
For one of the Megas for Greymon,
Right.
because Black War Greymon is not obtainable in Cyber Sleuth, but is in Hacker's Memory, which fucking pisses me off. Um, but I do also love Gaiomon, so I can't complain too much.
Mm.
That is a virus fire. If I'm hitting something that is a data water, if I'm hitting
Mm.
it with a fire attack, that's times 3 automatically. If I'm hitting it,
Wait.
I'm not water. If I hit it like something that's weak to fire, so like grass or
Mm.
bug or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
If I hit it with, like I said, fire, that's times 3.
Mm.
Now, if I'm hitting a vaccine in that same scenario, so a
Uh.
vaccine grass, I'm hitting it for 1.5. So still a like super effective attack, just
Yeah,
not
but it's
double.
yeah,
But if I'm hitting
or
it with
triple
a
in that case.
normal, like just a normal attack in the virus versus vaccine, it's 0.5.
Oh damn.
So it's the weakness at that point. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a virus versus the vaccine, and the vaccine resists virus, I'm hitting it at lower stats. But if I match the element weakness, I'm hitting it for stronger. And if you match the element and the type, you're hitting it for as strong as you can.
Damn.
Yeah.
It sounds more complicated than what it is, but I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So you've got essentially your triangle balance and then type balance. But they go together. So
it's like a color wheel, but it's not a color wheel.
Take Pokemon's type advantage and Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
And that's what you get.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, it's like you take the Fire Emblem and the Pokemon, and then you go through and you know,
pretty much
do what you got to do.
Other than that, which I love that.
ABI is ability index.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
Got you. Other than that, I've still been on the Monster Hunter grind. I've got a new build with I use 2-piece Gore Magala, which I know anyone who plays Monster Hunter knows that like clearly you're going to use 2-piece Gore Magala because the perks are insane.
Yes.
And 3-piece Zoshia armor, which is a monster that you've not ever seen because it's new to Monster Hunter Wilds.
Cool. Well,
it was the final boss of the Wild story, and they put it in high rank as like not an event, but almost like remember World when Kulve Taroth would randomly spawn, or Xeno'jiiva,
so, yeah.
Similar to that.
It'd
be like, oh, these guys spawned, you can do this boss. So I did that. Got the 3-piece armor there and the Charge Blade, which its Charge Blade is Dragon type, but its perk is each possible hit can inflict fire damage.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
Now imagine that with Pizza Cutter mode for the Charge Blade.
Damn, you're gonna be putting out some damage.
Yeah.
You're putting out some damn damage.
Yeah. And it's got impact files, sir.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna be putting fucking. Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, Marvel Rivals. Been
Emma Frost coming out soon.
What's up?
Emma Frost.
Oh, Emma Frost will be live when this goes live.
Oh, okay. So Emma Frost is, I'm assuming, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which tomorrow is Friday.
8 a.m. on East Coast. Friday.
Oh man, I don't know what's wrong with me. I gotta get back into playing like Rivals. Like, I just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Mostly because I need to go through comp, and I'm like, I don't want to go through comp.
I feel you.
Like every time, I just want to go and have fun. I need a mode in Rivals where I can just have fun. You know what I need in Rivals? And I know this is gonna sound stupid, but hear me out. I need an ARAM mode in Rivals. That's all I want. All random, all mid. You just take a thing. Is like, you know how the push the thing in
Convoy.
Yeah. I need that type of mode, but like mid, where you can't flank people, you just go straight. It's a fucking meat grinder. You gotta get good or you get fucked. That's all I want.
You just want one lane.
one lane, I will play that because I really enjoy playing the game. I just comp. I don't know what it is about games when it comes to ranked because I guess I feel like I don't want to just bash my head against the wall and get nowhere.
Get out of that. You're
I
good.
think what happened was League really fucked me up because when I wanted to get gold one time, so oh oh but like it's League fucked me up because I couldn't. I was in a team and we would go and we'd play and it'd be like an hour and then something happens and we just get blown out and I'm like, bro, I just wasted a fucking hour playing this and we didn't get anywhere. You know what I mean? That shit is upsetting.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
I
that's the
get
reason
you.
why. That's the reason why I don't want to play comp. Like, yeah, but people will say, "Oh, well, why don't you just find a bunch of people that you could play with?" Yeah, but not everybody's free to play at the same time. That means, like, sometimes we'll have, a rando which likes to go and fuck off because I don't understand why a rando. Why every time sometimes you'll get a good rando, other times you don't get a good rando,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, all right, cool. Well, all right, everybody's gonna go here, and he's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go and flank. Bro, why are you flanking? You're a fucking vanguard. You're a tank. You don't tanks don't flank, stupid.
In Rivals, there are two tanks that can flank.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
Venom and Cap,
yeah,
the only
that's
two
like
tanks I
don't.
know how to use.
Yeah, just don't be bad. That's the reason why in Smite in League, well, I play quick play in Overwatch. But
Mm-hmm.
even in Heroes of the Storm, I play the ARAM mode. I don't feel like working hard, you know?
Bro, I need to rant real quick about this game of Rivals I played this morning
All right, go for
because
it.
I played on Rivals to get my daily challenges done
Of course.
before I went to go to the movies.
Yeah.
One of them was a domination match, so it's the 3 rounds.
Yeah. Oof.
Round
Those
one,
hold on, time out.
yeah,
Those games are some bullshit sometimes. Like you can almost be winning and all of a sudden somebody fucks off and then you just lose flat out and it's like we were right there. What happened?
yeah.
All right, continue.
Round one, I was using Human Torch and just got sniped out of the air. Nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, yeah, you can't do nothing about that.
So I just kind of took the L and was like they're gonna get me. I'm not gonna switch like 3/4 of the way through this round. Uh, I'm gonna throw them off guard next round.
Right.
I switched to Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
which, if anybody knows, that's called I'm going demon mode.
Right.
That's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
The guys like my team saw me switch to Spider-Man, and I guess didn't realize that I was playing Human Torch before,
Uh-huh.
and put in the chat, "Spidey, do something, bro." I was like, "Ooh, you shouldn't have said that. You should not have said that."
Uh-oh.
When I tell you, let me grab my controller. I went from this, just
Oh
that,
damn. He locked in.
right?
He locked in.
When you get the lean forward,
Bro. Like what is it? That meme of that guy that's laughing and all of a sudden he just locks in.
yep. Like, and I mean, it wasn't comp; it was quick play. So it's
Yeah.
normally like I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna talk shit to me on my own team, I'm gonna show you suck.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna show you up.
Yeah, you're gonna make him make a pay.
Yeah. I like, and the enemy team did exactly what I wanted them to do. Did not
Mm-hmm.
switch from snipers. Round 2, I beat those 2 snipers, so Widow and Hawkeye, down so bad. They were not snipers in round 3.
Damn.
One of them went to Iron Fist to try to stop me and still didn't stop me.
Nice.
And I'm like, that's the way we do
I love it. I love it.
it. Yeah.
Yo, bro, I'm actually getting the itch to go back and play fucking Helldivers. Like, they've been adding so much shit to it. That's the crazy part. That's why I'm like, damn.
Actually, both of these kind of go into our topic. Games as a service.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, definitely. Yes, our topic today is games as a service.
Only because it's so relevant right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think, one, let me say that for the most part, I have no problems with games as a service. I think it's fine. If you do it right.
Yeah, there are games that are doing it right. There are games
Rivals
that
is
are
doing
not
it
doing
right,
it right,
and it shows. Helldivers is doing it right in the sense of, no, you don't need to get on every day, but we're gonna keep this shit going, and we're gonna tell our story through how you perform.
Yeah, they're also. I like that they're also advancing the story through. It's not through like the actions of the players in the game, but they also have the updates where on Twitter
where you
or
can
whatever,
lose the planet and all that.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, newsflash! Just this just in, automatons doing this on this planet, or the Tyranids are doing this, or what's the other faction that's there? The
aliens. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember. My other thing is,
I've not played that new faction.
I haven't played against them either. I know they're a motherfucker because they have like shields. Like you have to actually go into the shield to do damage.
Ooh,
like,
they got a bubble shield?
Huh?
They got a bubble shield?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
But my other thing is, I'm like, there's supposed to be a 4th faction. I don't know, like, if they're going to. The reason why I say there's supposed to be a 4th faction is because where all the other factions are located, there's a 4th quadrant that's empty. There's not. It's just like, okay, well, I'm concerned about what we have in front of us right now, but what's out there? Like, what could possibly be out there? Now, it could be a MacGuffin and be like, oh, there's nothing there. And I'm like, all right, cool, well, whatever. We can keep fighting the Tyranids, we can fight the automatons and the other bullshit assholes.
Yeah.
But I like what they're doing with, and I think everybody needs to do this. 100%. Full stop. If you buy a battle pass, just like Halo does,
should never expire.
Never expire.
Rivals does the same thing.
You want. Yeah, you can complete it however you want, whenever you want. That is literally the best way to do a battle pass.
Yeah.
They're like, I've never seen, besides those two, do anything better.
Yeah.
With Overwatch taking away more shit, they're
Overwatch's battle
bringing
pass
back
is the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're bringing back like loot boxes, but it's too little, too late.
But they're not bringing them back to how they were.
Yeah.
That it's not you get one per level and stuff like that. It's tied to the battle pass, and I'm like,
yeah, it's gross.
All you're doing is limiting what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you're limiting what you're gonna get. And I mean, like, I like Smite, but Smite's battle pass is pretty ass too. You do get some of their premium currency whenever you buy the battle pass, but I don't know. Like even
Destiny's
like
Destiny's is fine, but it's ultimately meaningless.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, now it definitely is ultimately meaningless.
Well, because the weapons you get regardless because they're world drops, and you're not going to get a god roll out of your battle pass.
No,
the armor, you're going to get through world drops.
Yeah.
So, and it's just fucking the seasonal armor. So you're not going to use it anyway because it's not going to be great. Because
Yeah.
it's not going to top dungeon or raid armor, or even
No.
the trials armors, or maybe even banner armors if you get a god roll.
Yeah, but hey, how often is getting a god roll to happen in Banner?
More than you think,
Oh.
because you get rewarded the pinnacles so often,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the only thing really for it is the cosmetics, like the ghost shells and the ornaments.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I really want to grind 200 levels of a battle pass for that? No.
No. Although I do say some of the ornaments do look good.
They do.
But and that's the shit part about them. But I mean, you give it like a season and a half or maybe 2, those same armaments show up in the Eververse.
So, actually, I kind of want to talk about really like the good, the bad, and the ugly of
Right.
games as a service.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the good.
The good.
Marvel Rivals
Yes.
does that shit better than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's almost funny because if you think about it like this, they bided their time and they just watched what everybody was doing wrong. And then they was like, all right, cool. Well, this is how we're going to do it. You
And
know?
they're fixing and improving even what they don't think they're doing right.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, maybe our seasons are lasting a little too long. So starting with season 3, instead of 3 months, they're going to be 2 months.
Yeah.
Which I think is
But
perfect.
they're about to start cranking out some content.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's gonna get nuts.
They're going to get 12 characters a year.
Yeah.
Like,
They're gonna catch up to Overwatch real quick.
They're pretty close already, dog.
How many characters in Overwatch do they have? I don't even know.
I have no idea. Okay, Google.
Actually, this is
how many characters in Overwatch 2? 42.
52?
42.
Oh, 42. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I mean, you know, it's nothing like. Well, League's a different beast of itself. Let's.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Like Marvel Rivals is doing it good. Their cosmetics aren't overpriced like Overwatch.
Yeah.
Like the most you're dropping is like $20 on a bundle, which gives you the skin, the spray, the emote, the icon, the MVP, like highlight intro.
Excuse me.
Everything. You can't buy a legendary skin on Overwatch for $20, let alone all of that.
Yeah.
The battle pass is never expiring. Now, what's a bummer is unlike Helldivers and Halo, if you miss the season completely, you can't buy the battle pass.
Yeah.
But you have 2 months to buy 2 months to buy the battle pass.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like you're not gonna know what's in the battle pass because if you follow social media at any time,
they drop a trailer of everything.
They literally drop a huge trailer that shows off everything.
And
you know,
I don't think I've ever seen a battle pass that's as rewarding as Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
10 skins in 100 level battle pass, essentially.
It's pretty silly, to be honest with you.
Like
it's not silly bad, but it's silly good.
Like,
you know,
you don't think of getting a skin in a game like that every 10 levels.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Like, could the challenges give you a little bit more, like, credits? Sure.
Yeah.
But
they don't, like, they're not making it super easy for you, you know what I mean?
But they're also not making it hard.
Yeah, they want you to enjoy having fun. Yeah, you might have to grind a little bit more, but it's not like, oh my god,
It's not only
I
that
gotta
they
play
want you to
through.
have fun. I feel like
Mhm.
it's they want you to have a reason to play,
Yeah.
which is the big thing that a lot of these games are missing.
Mhm.
Is like, what is the reason?
Yeah.
Like, because it's not like Destiny where you're leveling up the battle pass and you're like, oh, I just got an Eververse engram. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, why would I care about an Eververse engram?
True. I mean, especially how good all your shit's at. All your shit's at.
I mean, that's all that's gonna do is probably give me like a fucking blue sparrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck those.
I
Oof.
don't care, dude. Like, I just don't.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
But
I mean, it's not like we don't have enough sparrows like in our, armory and shit that we
yeah,
can go through and just pull out whenever.
or skimmers.
Yeah. Oh, I missed out on the skimmer.
Rip.
Yeah, no, I'm so bad.
The I want to keep talking about good here though.
Mm,
Like the gameplay for it is engaging. They keep getting new characters, new balances. They're
mm.
reworking the team ups by like
Which I think that's the most interesting
the
thing. It's
team ups
like,
in
oh,
general is something that we've never seen before.
yeah,
And now they're changing them by either like removing a hero or removing the team up in general to add another one, but put the heroes in another team up so they're not displaced.
yeah, they're just shaking it up, which
Yeah.
is, oh, that's so cool. Like because like they have it's the same thing as in the comics. They're
So,
shaking it up.
for example, the Gamma Charge one, Doctor Strange is leaving that team up with Hulk and Iron Man and getting a unique team up with Wanda. Then you
Like,
take Namor out of Luna Snow's team up and throw it in the Gamma one. What? A Gamma
damn,
octopus turret?
yeah, wow,
Yeah. Like, who would have thought of that? Who would have thought? Which also could mean that in the future, they could replace some of the team ups that aren't really used. Like,
yeah.
the Spider-Man Squirrel Girl one, for example.
Yeah, I like it because it's an additional like lockdown.
When do you use it though?
Yeah, that's true. Because it doesn't make any sense because Squirrel Girl doesn't want to be in the action.
In
She wants to
my
be far away.
in my
You know?
240 hours of Marvel Rivals, I could count on one hand the amount of times I've ever been hit by that spider nut.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Gross. Yeah, like it's not like I would, but then who do you team? What would you team up with Squirrel Girl? Who
You put
like?
Squirrel Girl with you either give her a team up with Rocket
Mhm.
and Jeff, or you could put her with Mr. Fantastic and Iron Man and give them a
Ooh,
unique
that'd be
team
pretty
up.
cool. Bro, a Squirrel Girl with a single use unibeam?
Well, it wouldn't even be that necessarily. Like
Oh,
it could be
I got an
anything.
idea. I got an idea. If they were to do something like that, you know how Squirrel Girl has that jump?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it being a double jump,
Like a
it's a
thruster.
jump. No, it's a jump and then hover.
Ooh,
Like she can hover
yes.
for like 4 seconds and
Dive
just
bomb.
piecing people. Yeah. Oh my god, bro. I think
Fucking
people would be like,
Bezelgeuse in this bitch.
yeah,
Oh my god, could you
probably.
imagine just fucking rain down of of just acorn bombs?
No, bro. That's so silly. Don't even think that because as soon as you put that shit out in the air, somebody's gonna be like, "Hey, you know what? It would be really cool if we gave Squirrel Girl like a rocket pack where she could just rain arrows down, acorns down
Bombs.
on people,
Yeah.
acorn bombs, and be like,
NetEase will take our payment for that.
yeah, that's true.
That one's not free.
That is not free, motherfucker. Like we
Nah,
want to get paid.
I
If
play
I
way
if
too much Marvel Rivals for that to be free.
Yeah, true. I mean, hey, even if we don't get paid, I want to make a custom skin for a future hero.
Or just
Yeah.
let me have Cyclops.
Oh, I was thinking about Gambit, to be honest with you.
Jamie, I want it.
Or um if I can't get if I can't get Gambit, I'll take Nova.
If they gave me
I'll take the
Gambit,
Kid Nova. That's the one I'll take.
if they gave me Gambit, Jamie,
Mm.
I I couldn't not use him. Just to quote Channing Tatum,
True.
go into a comp match, be like, "You guys," everyone be like, "You ready?" Be like, "I didn't know my daddy, but I sure hell shot out his dick ready." He's laying them buttery nuts all up in my mama, and I came out and I said, "What's up, Doc?" Get a
Bro,
kill
I'm
or have my
telling you.
alt be like, "Woo!" About to make a name for myself here.
Listen. Oh, hold on.
The helmet ain't coming off without that dome coming off with it.
So I wouldn't even know how he would play because, like, obviously he'd be ranged, and then he'd use his staff, but I couldn't think of anything.
Like a burst fire of playing cards
Damn, he'd be Twisted Fate then.
that would explode on impact, and you probably have an ability that could make it so you throw them that attach and then explode when something walks past,
Damn, you can set
or
up
like
traps and stuff.
a delayed detonation.
I like it.
And his melee would probably be a staff, or he would have an ability that would be like a staff spin or staff charge or something like that.
Yeah. Although I don't know though. There's so many heroes that I'd actually would want to have.
Yeah,
I kind of want to have a Green Goblin.
but I
But
want to move on to other
yeah.
games as well, because I could talk about Marvel Rivals all night.
We'll talk about Marvel Rivals all night.
Helldivers.
Helldivers
Does games of service real good. We kind of already covered this.
Mm-hmm.
Like the battle passes don't expire. They tell a story through your own progression as a community.
Yeah, community progression. That actually needs to be more
of a thing.
That needs to be more of a thing. Like, you want people to play your game, why not involve your community?
Yeah.
You
and
know,
then
I mean,
we've got another one that's a sleeper hit. Like, it didn't drop as a sleeper hit. It was Halo Infinite was huge.
Yeah.
But it doesn't see a ton of play now.
True.
But it's still doing everything right.
Yeah.
It's still getting like their updates that are all free battle passes.
Yeah.
That you can buy, and like you have the free version and you have the like purchasable version. The purchasable one does not expire. So I mean, and the only difference between the two, other than them not expiring, is that you get like a weapon skin or something that's exclusive to give you like a premium feel to it.
Yeah.
So like, if you want to play that like event for like that month or whatever, you don't have to spend a dime to unlock the rewards. Now you also do get more challenges if you buy them to level up, but you don't have to.
Right.
Which,
that's not too bad.
That I have to criticize. And I don't like that the challenges are tied to owning the pass. Like,
oh, okay. I see what
that
you're
it's
talking
like
about.
you get like 3 normal ones, but then you get 2 more if you own the pass. That part's kind of shitty.
Yeah, just locking. That's partial content locking. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, but then it's like, okay, well, if you buy the pass, but you only play for a little bit and then you put it down for a couple months and you come back, it'll still all be there.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the that's the taking the bad for the good. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like, I don't think it's like a deal breaker,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like, is there a better way we could have done this?
True. Yeah.
Um, Another thing that isn't the greatest is their store. How stuff rotates in and out through seasons, because you could just miss something and it'd be gone for like a year. And I'm like,
Damn.
that's fucking wild to me with Halo
Well,
of all things.
I I have to say this. There's way too many resources now where you should be able to keep an eye on things in a service game where, like, let's say you can only afford maybe like 10 minutes, like around 9 o'clock in April, to
Mm-hmm.
just go through and look at something. You need to go through and do that, put an alarm on your phone, and have that set up on your calendar. That way you can go through and be like, I need to be here on this date to get this.
Yeah.
And then after that, then you're be like, all right, cool. Well, now I don't have to worry about it. I have what I want, and now I can just come back later.
Um, and speaking of stores like Halos, you know what I
Hmm.
really don't like with games as a service?
What?
When they do that shit. When they have like that store and stuff like rotates out for a long time. Like,
Yeah.
don't don't try to hit me with FOMO.
Yeah. Fortnite does that, but Fortnite.
Fortnite keeps their stuff on the store for a long time though.
Yeah, that's true. But they're what is it? They are bound by licenses.
Yeah.
So they have the licenses for X amount of months or X amount of weeks, and then they have like, all right, cool. Well, we'll take it out and then we'll renegotiate and then it'll come back and like later
Yeah.
on, either in the year or later on next year. You
And
know,
one thing I have to give Fortnite credit for, which is still in
we
the
all hate
good
to
here,
giving
everybody.
Fortnite
What?
credit. So we hate giving Fortnite credit.
Uh yes and no. I hate that
Um,
Fortnite is part of like the whole thing that started games as a service.
Yeah,
Because I do think it's done genuinely more harm to gaming than good.
yeah,
But
it has. It's stifled creativity.
yeah, not
It's
not
like
only just
AI.
that, but we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Um, they are very creative with their crossovers,
Hmm.
which is nice. And like they don't fuck around with those.
Bro, Sabrina Carpenter is about to be in the fucking game. What the
She is
fuck?
in the game.
Oh, she's in the game now?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Damn.
So I mean, like, who would have thought that you could play a game
Hmm.
with that has Sabrina Carpenter, Spider Man, Goku, and like Rey Mysterio or some shit. I know there's a WWE thing. I don't know who's in it.
I think it's either Rhea Ripley or Xavier Woods.
Okay. So
I think. I'm not sure. No, I know John Cena's there.
okay.
I
So John
100% know
Cena.
John.
You can have
Yeah.
John Cena, Sabrina Carpenter, Spider Man, and Goku
John Cena.
all on one team
Yeah. It's
fighting,
fucking wild.
and then you see the fucking alien crossing the map, and like a goddamn Gundam, and then Optimus Prime. What?
Yeah, it's you know what? I almost want to say Fortnite is what Ready Player One should be in game form.
Now, I think the reason this works for Fortnite is
Hmm.
its art style.
Yeah.
Its art style works so well that it can turn anything into that like cartoony, like almost cell shaded type of like graphic.
Yeah.
Um,
Except the when they went to they had to use Muscular Peter
Peter,
from that
because of the
episode
hitbox.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
crazy. It's like, wait a minute.
Maybe just don't use
You,
Peter Griffin.
yeah, you could have used Brian, but Peter's more
Yeah, I mean,
iconic.
they would have had to grow Brian.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
they could just not used Family Guy. But
Yeah, could have used American Dad.
Fortnite, I feel like we don't. I'm actually one more good, and I will
Okay.
say Destiny.
Hmm.
We're gonna talk about Destiny a lot here with good, bad, and ugly. Everybody, so strap in.
Yeah.
Destiny 1
Hmm.
was an experience.
Yeah.
Like the
Jeez,
gunplay in
Destiny.
Destiny 1 and 2, phenomenal. Bungie don't miss when it comes to guns.
Yeah.
But every
Well, I was gonna say
single
it's kind
week
of.
I had a reason to play Destiny 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of their thing,
Yeah.
because of Halo 1, 2, and 3.
With everything. And Reach.
Yeah, and
And
Reach. Oh,
Marathon.
Reach. Oh yeah. Isn't Marathon coming out like tomorrow
A
that you could
reveal for
download?
it on Saturday.
Oh, it's on
But I
Saturday.
meant the
Okay.
original Marathon.
Oh, okay.
Um
Oh, fuck.
so when this goes live, yes, tomorrow.
That would be Friday.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying it goes live Friday, so tomorrow is still accurate. Saturday.
Yeah.
Um yeah, Destiny 1 was very much an experience.
Hmm.
Uh gave me a reason to play weekly.
Yeah.
Destiny 2 has struggled with that a lot.
Also, I find that,
Their seasonal model was terrible.
well, I feel like it also kind of suffered the same fate that Overwatch 1 and 2 did. Like Destiny,
Should have never gone free to play.
yeah. I think that's probably a big thing.
Neither game should have
Um,
gone free to play.
yeah.
They became when Destiny 2 became free to play. Not to cut you
Hmm.
off, Jamie. I'm sorry, but Destiny 2 became free to play and it became way more focused on the Eververse.
Yeah, because they needed to make some money,
Yeah.
off the back end.
And
Which, if they in all reality, if they would have just kept the same standard, the same standard,
all the way through.
yeah, and they could have just still made money. It just would have not been like, oh well, we have to have a continuous revenue stream.
True.
It's like, you
And
don't have to.
Bungie has said that Destiny 3 is not happening or is not happening anytime soon.
Right.
We are 7 years into Destiny 2, everybody.
Yeah.
This is a problem. Like,
Yeah, but it's supposed to have been
a 10-year plan.
10-year plan.
It was supposed to be Destiny 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to tell the whole story, and now we have Heresy. Is
Yeah.
that the? Yeah.
So the final shape was phenomenal. Some of the best storytelling Bungie has had in Destiny.
Yes.
And my criticism of the seasons were those stories were completely pointless. Like, I couldn't tell you the story of Season of the Plunder. Like, that was the pirate season.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's pirates. It
But
could have been more fun. With that seasonal activity, could have been a hell of a lot more fun, though. I liked it, but there should have been a little bit more.
but story aside,
Mm.
the problem with the seasons was it was you log on Tuesday, you play the seasonal activity way too many times.
Mm.
You get the cutscene. You get not even the cutscene. You talk to the seasonal vendor for the week. and then you go talk to the hologram projector.
Yeah.
That was your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bungie was like, oh, we're gonna do episodes which are gonna be more self-contained but impactful stories. Bitch, fuck you mean more self-contained? You can't get more self-contained than what you already had in seasons.
Yeah,
Because its
true.
story didn't tell shit of a wider story and didn't make no goddamn sense to itself. Guess what? All three of these stories have been self-contained, and I've only played two of them, haven't played Heresy.
Mm-hmm.
Have not been great. And guess what you're doing every week? The seasonal activity, a handful of times, talking to the vendor,
Mm-hmm.
and then talking to a hologram projector. What the fuck's the difference? I could tell you
True.
the difference. It's they extended it by like a month.
Yeah.
Like, what's the reason behind this?
I don't know.
And
I don't know. Like,
I want to be
I
hopeful for
also feel
Frontiers,
whatever.
but I want to be hopeful for their like Frontiers project,
Mm-hmm.
where instead of doing like a yearly expansion, they're doing two semi-annually, like smaller expansions, because they're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to branch out past like our solar system and stuff.
I think that'd
But
be fun.
yeah, but I mean, at the same time, what reason do I have to trust Bungie anymore with this?
Shit.
Like, they already took a lot of their studio and said, "Hey, you're working on Marathon now."
Yeah.
Uh, Destiny 2 has gone through how many different fucking creative leads?
A lot.
Yeah. Just had one not too long ago leave.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's. I would rather see, and I don't want to really say this out in the open, but I'd rather see Bungie just get sunset. Not Bungie, but Destiny get
Destiny.
sunset. That way it's better in the long run. That way they can focus on something else.
If they're gonna keep Destiny going,
Mm-hmm.
they just need to make a sequel.
Yeah.
I love Destiny. Every criticism I have of Destiny 2 comes from a place of love. I can't say that it's a bad game or that I hate it or anything like that, because I have fucking like 3,500 hours on the two combined.
Yeah. I'm not as hardcore as you are. I used to be super hardcore about it. We'd
But like,
always play together.
when's the last time in 10 years, Jamie? Because you've known me much longer than 10 years.
Yeah.
But in the 10 years going on 11 of Destiny, other than right now, when is the time that you've ever heard me say I haven't touched Destiny in months?
It's been a long time. Like, the only time I've, like, if you're, like, sick or something, you know?
Yeah, like, but I legit haven't touched Destiny since maybe January?
Damn.
Yeah.
I think I haven't touched Destiny since, like, October.
Damn.
Yeah.
But, like, it's been a while. And there were times here where every week was a Destiny topic.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much we love Destiny, everybody.
Yeah. Because we enjoyed the content that the story that they've created. The weapons are very, very fun.
The
I just
world?
think the world, like the all
Fuck the
the
universe at
hive
this
stuff.
point.
Yeah, all the hive stuff, everything. Like, it was just so important, you know?
Yeah,
That makes any
impactful.
sense. Yeah.
Now none of it just doesn't feel impactful. And I watched the ending of Heresy last night. I was watching a streamer play it,
Mm-hmm.
and this is literally the last piece of story content we get till Frontier. And it kind of just ended on a cliffhanger of Savathun being pissed. When
I'm
the
kind of ready
fuck
to.
isn't Savathun pissed?
I'm kind of ready for them to like. Do they? Is that all they have? Is the hive? Like
We didn't kill
that's
Zivu Areth.
yeah.
She's still there. So what the fuck did that answer with anything in the story?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Like, why?
I don't know.
Or
It
first
truly is. It
it's
truly is
baffling.
upsetting. You know what I mean? Because like we all were having a fit once the traveler got taken and everything, and then when the traveler got hurt because of what is the guy's name?
Dominus Skull.
Yes. And then we were like, holy shit, what the fuck? What are we gonna do without light? All this other stuff.
And we have to regain the light.
Yeah, like that's the compelling part. Like,
and then the witness.
Yeah. Oh my God, the witness. God's sakes, what a storyline! Holy shit!
My God! Even defeating him in a the event felt fucking special.
Yeah. Not to mention the at the very end once you beat him, that whole scene where it's God's sakes.
Oh God, just the Kamehameha with your ghost and shit.
Yeah.
It was all great.
Very much so.
It was an epic story.
Yeah.
And I know not many games that are games of service tell a story. That's not the most common thing out there.
No.
Really, the only other ones that do it are The Division and Call of Duty. And The Division hasn't gotten like dick all in forever.
I mean, The Division's not too bad.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it hasn't got like dick all of support.
Yeah.
Like, when's the last time that game got story content? When's the last time you heard that game got an update? And Call of Duty, its story is separate from the live service.
Yeah. I'd like to definitely talk about that shit right there.
I like that. I hate that Call of Duty is a live service. I think Warzone has ruined Call of Duty.
I think you're right.
Because it's the inverse of Fortnite. Like, Fortnite has the luxury of like being animated and designed as it is that can fit all these crossovers.
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty, why the fuck are the Ninja Turtles running around with a WWE wrestler and a fucking zombie?
Also, Homelander and what's the other guy's name? Black Noir.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, I don't understand that. I don't understand how certain characters, especially Black Noir, depending on what map you are in, he's invisible.
Yeah.
Because he just blends into the background. And it's like, well, fuck, that sucks. Like, why would you? That's a pay-to-win skin, you know?
My camera's fucking up, everybody. It's because my charger came unplugged. My bad.
Oh. But it's like, you can't have... God, it burns me up like so much, because there's no character that I know of in Fortnite that, you know, is just a pay-to-win character.
One could just say it chaps your ass.
Yeah, and I've seen plenty of I've seen plenty of fuck, what is it?
Chapped asses.
People complaining about how like what the hell is going on with Call of Duty and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand.
And then like the Division, like I mentioned, is not great, like of update wise. Call of Duty, you're playing all of this on a 1 year life cycle.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because then another studio and another Call of Duty. I've always thought that Call of Duty just needed to take a whole year off,
I agree.
just a whole year, and
Well,
be
if you
like,
remember,
oh well, it's
Microsoft
just.
was going to do it.
I mean, hey,
They
they
still
should.
could, but I don't think they will now because I think Modern Warfare 4 was made as that like year off game.
Mm,
Um
damn, I was about to say I couldn't even tell you.
but then there's other games, like there's a bunch of games I think that exist that should not be a live service. Like
Right.
why the fuck is Diablo one of them?
Greed. That's why that's
But
a
like you see
live
my
service.
point though. I'm like there's zero reason for this game to have seasons to drop half-assed dumb story content that's
Yeah,
not even really a story and to have a battle pass.
yeah, Battle
Just
Pass is
have
bullshit.
like how Diablo 2 did it and how Diablo 3 did it with seasonal ladders with like your ranks. That's all you
Yeah,
need, Blizzard. You didn't need to
yeah.
go the full games of service route.
I think your boy Bobby Kotick is still like reverberating through the halls of Blizzard. I don't think
Probably.
I don't think it's going to be a. It's going to be a couple years before we even. I want. It would be nice for Blizzard to get back to what they were and
Mm-hmm.
everything. But like WoW just makes so much money. It still makes money hand over fist right now.
Yeah.
Like I would love a StarCraft 3. I'd love a Warcraft 4, the RTS. That would be nice.
Yeah. But I mean,
Like
there's so much Blizzard could do.
mhm.
But for live service stuff, dude, like I just don't get it. Because then there's other games like Fallout 76. That
Which was
game,
dog shit when it first came out.
but like to this day, it still gets hella support
Yeah.
for like 15 people playing it.
Yeah. And I mean, we can't really say our good old friend No Man's Sky, because that wasn't a live service game. I mean, you have to be online obviously to play it, but it's not a
I wouldn't consider it
live.
a live service.
Yeah, I don't consider it a live
Um,
service, but that game gets support like fucking constantly.
so I feel like we've given a lot of examples of good and bad.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up with the ugly of, and I feel like the ugly is literally one topic. Are people tired of it?
Are people tired of it? Huh.
I think so, to a degree,
Oh, yeah.
of games
I
as a
thought
service.
I thought you were talking about a game that people are tired of that has a live service. I was like, fuck. I was
Like,
like,
for example,
can't.
Jamie,
Mhm.
there are, let me see my phone. I pulled this up for research purposes.
Mhm.
Um, on Steam,
Mhm.
because I can't see on consoles for stats. There are
Yeah.
24,000 people playing Destiny 2.
That is terrible.
Yes.
What, like 6 months ago, it was like over 50K. I'm pretty sure.
I think it was well over that.
Yeah. I was just giving a round number. I didn't want to over exaggerate.
Let me look.
Because 6 months ago would have put us in this November. Yeah, it'd have been putting us in the beginning of November, and that's when a new what was out then.
We were in the middle of of episode 2.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, like it definitely was going to be like a lot.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you check the stats on people.
So the all-time peak for Destiny 2
Mm,
was just over 2 years ago, so 2023,
mm,
at 316,000 people on Steam.
damn.
In the past year, so when the final shape dropped, 314,000 people on Steam. 314,000 compared to 25,000 right now.
That hurts.
Yeah. And it's not just Destiny. Like I said before, look at The Division. Look at Overwatch 2 with its dwindling numbers.
Look at For Honor.
Yeah. But then
You know.
you've got the success stories of Marvel Rivals. You got the Fortnites. Like, even look at Warzone, which I'm sure has probably some of the most fluctuating numbers.
Yeah. Just depends on what gun is meta at the time.
Yeah, or what map is being played.
Mm-hmm.
And like, when's the last thing you heard anything from Apex?
Damn. You're right. When is the last thing I heard anything from Apex? I know they've been changing so much shit in Apex. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know they changed up how shields work, how some of the guns are working, how some of the heroes work.
But like,
I don't even I don't even know if they have a new hero or a new character.
the crazy thing is, we're not in a world of gaming anymore that's like how games of service really was when it launched with really Destiny and Fortnite.
Yeah.
There's so much, and you can't just survive off of a name anymore.
Yeah, we're not even talking about Genshin Impact or Zenless Zone
Exactly.
Zero, you know, stuff like that. Now we haven't even talked about those. Well, one, I don't
I
have a
don't have any
following.
experience in them.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Genshin, but I'm like, well, Genshin's more of a gotcha game, like more of a not games for service.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole kettle of fish right there. I don't even want to talk about that
And
because that
then,
shit is.
like, you've just got some do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing of it is that a lot of them, a lot of the games of service are like, well, how can we take up the most time possible of the player?
Mm-hmm.
And some, like Marvel Rivals and Fortnite, have succeeded in figuring that out while maintaining fun.
Yeah.
Others, like Destiny, have really figured out how to take the most time away from players,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not fun.
Yeah. We the companies need to figure out how to strike the perfect balance between the service and the fun. You know, not to rip people off as much or rip people off so they don't really realize they're getting
And
ripped off.
I think the big thing
Mm-hmm.
is, unless you're bankrolling a massive contract like
Mm-hmm.
NetEase with Marvel, do not release your game for free.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Like, that's problematic.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Mecha Break to come out. That way, I can talk more about that. Because
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
playing the beta was fun, so we'll see
See, I didn't
how.
get to play the beta.
Damn, I got to play the beta on the
Well,
last like
well, it was
3 days.
PC only.
Oh shit.
Um, but then there's the rumors of Titanfall 3 and that having live service stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please don't.
Yeah. Just let me pay for the game.
Yeah,
Just let me pay for the game.
let me
All I'm
let me
asking.
spend $70 and play the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
You better make me cry again, like Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2 is a tearjerker.
And let me go into that multiplayer and have some fun. Don't push a season pass. Don't push a battle royale. Don't build your multiplayer off of the battle royale like Call of Duty did, because Call of Duty has forgotten its identity because of Warzone.
Yeah. Shit, that's another topic we need to talk about. Fucking the whole any battle royale.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just, I'm tired of battle royales.
It's played out, dude.
Yeah, like Fortnite did it, and then like everybody else just try to completely follow suit, and it's not working. The only reason why Fortnite is working is because, one, they've established what they are way before then.
Also, what is Fortnite not on?
True, Fortnite's on literally everything.
Yeah.
It could be even on an Atari,
Like, Fortnite can run on a potato.
Yeah. Shoot.
It's on our phones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's everywhere.
It's so crazy because the game came out, and it was supposed to be, it was called Save the World mode.
Yep.
And you had to
build
stuff up. Yeah,
and
you built
a
stuff
defense
up
against a horde of enemies.
Yep. And then all of a sudden
Can't play that mode anymore.
We're just gonna make this battle royale. Like, we drop 100 people into the thing and see who survives, with a thing that closes periodically. And it's like, damn, wow.
But
Crazy.
And like, here's how crazy of an impact that game has had.
Mm-hmm.
Elden Ring Night Rain is using like the storm mechanic, and that game's not even a battle royale.
Yeah.
Like,
that's how
what?
one game has influenced millions more.
Yeah. Normally, America isn't influencing Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
I can only think of one other time, and that's when we dropped the sun on them.
Yeah.
But like,
that's wild.
That took you a minute.
What?
When you said that's fucking wild, what I said when we dropped the sun on them.
Yeah, I was like, what? Oh, okay.
That took you a minute. But,
yeah.
Like, normally, Japan has a very heavy influence on the Western market.
Very heavy.
Like, Japan, because I don't know if y'all know this, Japan hella racist. They don't like the West.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
They don't like people that aren't Japanese. They don't like our cultures. Not that they want to eradicate it. That was that's President Elon. That's him and his cronies.
Yeah.
They just don't like it. So for us to have an influence on them is saying something.
Mm-hmm.
But man.
Yeah. What a fucking...
And like, there's the whole subgenre of games as a service of extraction shooters, which we haven't even talked about, like Tarkov and Marathon coming up.
Extraction shooters,
like Escape from Tarkov, Marathon, the Dark Zone in The Division.
Yeah,
where you get in, get your loot, get out.
Dislike.
Oh, dude, I hate them.
I liked it in Division 1, but man, people could fuck you over so hard. They would spawn camp the door. Well, it was not spawn camp. They would camp the doors so you couldn't get out.
Or the extraction points.
Yeah. Like, you could try to get out, and they would just be there just waiting for you. And all of a sudden, and then you're just like, what the fuck? I was like, God's sakes.
Yeah.
Took all of my stuff.
Like, so we're getting a little...
I honestly think that's the first time that I actually considered throwing my controller across the room. When that shit happened in Fortnite 1, I'm not Fortnite,
Division.
Division 1, I was like, "Ooh, you motherfucker! This controller's too expensive to throw across the room, but I would if I could."
um, I want to end it on this on this question, Jamie.
Mhm.
Can Bungie
Mhm.
really, realistically, fully support 2 live service games?
No. 100% no.
I agree.
Sony's gonna step in and try to say you got to pick one or the other.
I think Destiny's going to take the hit in quality.
Yep. Yep. Because they want to support the new hotness. They don't want
Yep.
to support old and busted.
Yep. And you know what I think will be the deciding, in my mind, what is the factor of, does Bungie care about Destiny still? The cost of Marathon when it comes out.
Yeah.
If Marathon is a $70 game, they don't
Mhm.
give a fuck about Destiny.
Nope.
They don't give a single fuck about it.
Mhm.
If Marathon launches as a free game, they plan on managing both. In my mind. I could be totally wrong, everybody. I'm not saying this is a fact. I'm not saying this isn't any insider information. I don't know shit. I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
I just know
You're
how
just
Bungie
making an
acts from
You're just
playing their
making a
games.
speculatory guess
Yeah.
on how Bungie has been acting or doing in the past.
Yeah. Like, Bungie didn't support Halo 2 when Halo 3 came out.
Yeah.
Bungie didn't support Halo 3 when Halo Reach came out.
Yeah.
So, if Marathon comes out as a full retail game, I don't expect them to be able to fully support both. Let me see how many employees Bungie has.
You mean how many employees Bungie still has? Because people are dropping like flies.
Yeah.
I
Bungie
didn't even.
has 850 staff members after laying off 220 and moving 155 into Sony Entertainment. So let me see. They have, they said 850 employees, as opposed to 1,600 October of 2023. So a year and a half ago.
That's dumb.
You
And
think
it
they
can't
can
be done.
maintain 2 games at that pace?
Yeah. They can't be just losing everything out because of you know, uh, uh, uh fuck, my brain stopped. They can't blame the economy. Like y'all have 2 games, y'all should be able to be focusing your company, your employees on focusing on one or the other. You
They
know,
can't even blame
or
Sony, dog.
yeah,
Because, and that's a whole nother can of worms that Sony needs to stop trying to force live service.
yeah. Sony's fucking themselves with trying to force live service.
Concord.
Also, what happened?
I said Concord.
I'm fuck.
I hope a doc comes out of that whole story.
I just want to like them shelving it makes me want to play it or at least try it out just for
I
a
want to
little
buy
bit,
that
you know?
game just to keep in my collection.
Yeah, can you find it?
eBay, dog.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it. Let's see what it's selling for on eBay right now.
Mm-hmm. You know, we didn't get to our
Concord.
other topic, by the
What was
way.
the other one?
The other topic?
Yeah.
The tariffs? How it
Oh.
affects gaming?
Oh. I forgot about that. But it's also
Yeah.
kind of a moot point now because Trump was like, "Oh, we're just going to delay it for 3 months."
It's a quote unquote moot point. That's
When
what I.
isn't something in quotes when talking about what Donald Trump does
Hmm?
or
You're
President
right.
Elon?
Yeah, you're right about that, bro.
Like,
Right about that.
one day he could be like, now, I'm doing this as a joke and emphasizing that I'm imitating Elon Musk. Internet, imitating Elon Musk. He's like, I want this government to grow.
Yeah.
I
He's
like.
trying to pull a Rita Repulsa minus throwing shit down to
I more
make the
so
money.
meant like the emphasizing like the hand gesture was
Mhm.
imitating Elon.
No, I know. I got
Okay.
it, but I don't. I mean, hopefully everybody else got it too.
I am not one of those.
No, no,
We don't like those people.
they're not like us.
They're not like us. Like
Yeah.
it, but then yeah, he can be like, I want it to grow, and then be like, I'm gonna fire everybody. Sir, you hold no executive power.
Yeah.
But
We'll get more political off air.
yeah.
Uh,
Jamie, I have a question for
so,
you.
sure.
And this is related to my homie Marcus, who I know is still watching.
Mm.
Do black people go to Greece?
Do black people go to Greece?
Or is that a very white person thing to do?
I don't know. I mean, I personally wouldn't go to Greece because there's plenty other places in Europe to go see that are better, like Italy, and Belgium, or Switzerland. Even though Switzerland,
Or
maybe not.
Auschwitz? No, dude, real joke. Like, no joke here. I would love to go there only as the historical impact.
Well, you're a history buff, so
Yeah,
yeah,
like that's probably like top 10 places I want to go.
yeah. What the fuck?
Like go to fucking Britain, go to Ireland, Greece.
Hold on.
I
Something
I I don't know, man.
breaking news.
What?
Hold on. Hold on.
We got a live scoop here, everybody.
I went on IGN to look up something else. Apparently, there's a Last of Us Complete Collector's Edition coming out.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, is it 1 and 2 or is it
Yeah,
just
it's 1 and 2. The the remakes essentially.
which is fine, but fuck me, like damn, I did not that's something I didn't expect. Fuck.
Yeah. That's not breaking news. Ain't no one can fuck
So,
about that.
yeah.
That's $100? What? Wait, hold up. What?
Oh, I didn't check the price. I just saw it. I was like, oh shit, I'm tripping.
Yeah, it's $100 digital bundle.
It's digital only.
Uh, in a post shared by PlayStation Blog,
Mm-hmm.
Neil Druckmann said a physical edition of Last of Us Complete Collector's Edition set to launch on July 10th for $110. So
Damn.
it comes with
I mean, technically, it's $10 cheaper than getting them both if you bought them new.
The Last of Us uh and Left Behind
Mm.
and The Last of Us and Last of Us 2 and the No Return and Lost Levels content, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know, I didn't play The Last of Us, but
Might be worth it.
uh, yeah, if you like The Last of Us.
Yeah. I can't believe just Sony is like floating on with just remakes after remakes.
Jamie,
Yes.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Oh yeah, I did see that. I'm like,
Jay and
I,
Silent Bob.
I said Snoochie Boochies, but then I was like, well, I'm like, I don't like that.
This is what I'm taught. This is what we were talking about, everybody.
Yeah, like that type of bundle doesn't really.
And we came full circle.
I don't know.
You know who I blame for this? Snoop Dogg.
Why? Why you blaming Snoop?
It all started with that goddamn Snoop Dogg announcer pack.
Announcer packs are one thing.
I know.
Full blown mocaps are different.
Look, man, I'm just trying to blame somebody.
Oh, you can't blame Unc like that.
Who the fuck can?
Blame Nicki Minaj.
Fair.
Yeah, blame her. Shit, fuck it.
Yeah. Because it's her fault. And all she do is just yell Young Money in her songs that aren't even good anyway.
I don't listen to that music.
No, I don't like that music.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It feels like it's kind of if the what happened with the tariffs, if that would have gone through, we would have had way more to talk about.
Dog, right?
Because then we'd be like, well,
I mean, if there's a reason for us to not have to talk about something, I'm glad it's this.
Yeah, that's true. Because I was gonna ask you, it's like, bro,
it was gonna be a whole topic.
What about card games?
Dog.
Because those shits don't get printed here.
I had a thumbnail ready to go.
Oh shit.
That was just like the Nintendo Switch 2. And then like the Donald Trump dance.
Oh yeah, hold on.
I had that shit ready to go.
Hold on.
And now I had to scrap it. What are we holding on?
I need to check something.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna hit him with the outro, Jamie.
All right, cool. Well, this is actually gonna be. Oh no,
what,
bro? That's what I was thinking about. I was like, wait a minute, is that gonna fuck up a lot of things? Let's say, okay, let's say we get another 90-day reprieve after these first 3 months.
Yeah.
Well, let's say we don't.
Yeah.
Would that mean that the Gundam card games is gonna go up in price? Because July 11th is when the starter decks come out.
No, I mean 3 months from now isn't July. Yes, it is. Imported and distributed by the UK.
Oh, well, never mind. If it's coming from the UK, then no. Although, yeah, they do have some type of this horse
manufacturer, Bandai, Japan. So it all depends on where the printing companies are.
Yeah.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh, for example, their printing companies are here in America.
Right.
For the TCG.
Yeah.
It's
all bullshit.
I don't know about Bandai, but I know Star Wars is America.
Of course.
I would definitely assume Wizards of the Coast is America.
It better be.
Like, they're an American company.
Yeah. I thought Wizards of the Coast was down in Florida.
I don't know, but
I always thought WTOC was in Florida.
They could be.
So what?
I said they could be.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they are Wizards of the Coast. They just didn't say which coast.
True. That's it for this episode, everybody. Do us a favor. Give us a like, a subscribe, follow on YouTube and Spotify. Leave a comment. Tell us your opinion about games as a service and how you feel about our ramblings for an hour and 44 minutes now.
Yeah, we definitely did ramble. I'm not even going to lie to you.
I don't even give a shit. Dude, I'm too tired to care.
We'll say one thing. Next week is going to be live because you know what next
Oh,
week is? Next week is the week of WrestleMania. And we do have a special guest. We just have
nice.
to figure out which day that we can record.
You know the only day I'm not available. So, um,
Tuesday. Yes, that's the
yes.
reason why. That's why I was like, cool.
Um, before I actually do this outro, Jamie,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
we got UFC this weekend.
Oh
Give
yeah, your
me
boy
yo
Patty the
pick.
Batty.
I know you ain't got a pick on the main event because you haven't gotten into it to the point where you really know about Volk or Diego Lopez.
Diego Lopez is a weird haircut. That's what I always say.
Have I sent you the video of uh Volk making fun of it with the song?
No. I think you have, but it might be. Send it to me again.
Where he's like
It
says he's
looks
got
fake.
the emo haircut and then goes, "Tonight is gonna be the night I fall for you over again."
Jesus.
He sings it. But give me your pick on the people's main event of Michael Chandler versus Paddy the Baddy.
I really want Patty to win, but I think Michael Chandler might
I think
get
Paddy got it, dog.
Mm.
I think Paddy's got it.
I think I'm probably gonna be ootin' the boot Saturday night, so I might miss it. So
I got Paddy by 4th round submission.
oh damn.
Because it's a 5-rounder.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
you
that's
should
really it. What?
well, time out. Like before you completely go all the way, give us the rundown. What's your picks, real quick?
All right,
Like
let me
2
pull up the
minutes.
card.
2 minutes. Hurry up. Let's go.
Bitch.
Chop, 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 chop.
UFC 314.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fight
All right.
card.
Fight
We
card.
got
Let's go.
Nikita Krylov versus Dominic Reyes. I got Dominic Reyes by decision. He's just going to kind of outpoint him on the striking game, and I think he's just going to fight smart. We got Bryce Mitchell, who said Hitler was a good guy, versus Jean Silva. I hope Jean Silva uppercuts this man into the fucking moon so he can see that the earth's not goddamn flat.
Nice. I hope so too.
Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull. Pitbull, Bellator champion, left because the PFL bought Bellator, all this bullshit. Fuck the PFL. They really fucked over Bellator and the fighters. Yair Rodriguez, great younger guy, great striking. I got Yair by decision. Yair's 32 compared to Patricio 37, but that's an old 37.
Damn.
This man's got a record of 36-7.
Damn, that is an old 37.
That's an old 37, dog.
Yeah.
Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. Paddy by 4th round sub. Alexander the Great Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. Diego, I'm torn. My heart says Volk, but my mind says there's a stat of like people over the age of 35 winning the title. It's like I think like 3 and like out of like 18 or some crazy shit like that.
Damn, that's a crazy ass ratio right there.
Like Volk is 36. I don't think anyone in a low weight class, like 155 and under, has ever won a title when they're over 35.
Wow.
Yeah. So like Father Time is not on his side. He's had let me see, a year off to recover from the KO to Ilya Taporia. And because like he got KO'd back to back against Islam Makhachev and Ilya Taporia. I think Volk is better everywhere. But Lopez is more explosive.
Right.
If Volk fights smart, Volk has it. And that's what I'm gonna go with. Is I'm gonna go with my heart and say Volkanovski by decision.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
like
now for a third time, this is it for the episode.
All right.
Do us a favor, give us a like, a subscribe, follow on YouTube and Spotify, leave a comment. Like I said, let us know what you think of games as a service, any specific game as a service. Let us know that we're fucking stupid. Let me know that all my picks are wrong, because they very well could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell
Let us
Jamie
know what
that
we did wrong.
Yeah. Tell Jamie that he you know what? I can't. I'm too tired to think of anything clever.
Nice. Two things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my cousin.
Shout him out.
Because I'm shouting out because he made this hat for me. I
Yeah.
don't know if a lot of people know about that. I'm gonna be getting some new hats eventually.
Word.
I'm trying to get a mask.
I need you to get me a Goku hair one.
Did you see? Man, did I send you the Gohan hat one?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
yeah.
see one of Goku's hair.
I don't know if you could do that. I mean,
Doesn't even have to be full size. Just Goku's spiky hair.
Huh? You probably could do something like that. I don't know. I'd have to ask him. And I want to give a shout out to Spitball Media.
Word.
Especially to John Draper. He's the best. So.
Word.
All right.
We'll
cut out.
Jamie,
and,
hit us with it.
Hit us with what? In the meantime and in between time, we will see you guys next time. You thought I forgot the outro, didn't you, you jerk? I know that's why you threw